according to the cloud.
Hey
Hey, everybody.
everyone.
Okay, so this is the Board of Finance Special Budget Workshop, April 8th, 2026. Hopefully our last, but we'll see. I'm going to
Oh,
start it off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, as I was mentioning, I don't know if everybody heard because people were still joining. Kim had emailed saying she wasn't going to make it. Uh, hopefully it was going to be a short meeting, didn't need her, etc. So as I was saying to Liz, I just emailed her. I was looking at the last draft of the presentation, and I think there's a discrepancy on two slides relating to RAM. We have
yep.
slide 4 and slide 11. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen.
Did you want to go through public speak first, or
Oh, my bad. Hang on. I keep forgetting to look at the agenda. I'm just like, let's go. My apologies.
I looked
Yes,
at it
public
just before we
speak.
got
The
on?
only one
So
I think we have Ron and Lisa. So we'll go. Ron, do you have public speak?
Yep, I'm just listening in, guys.
Appreciate it.
okay, thank you, Ron.
Hey, Lisa, thank you for making it.
You're welcome. Sorry, I'm finishing my dinner.
Yeah, manja, eat. So anyway, I was looking at the presentation. I was just saying, and I do think the RAM numbers are a little screwy on at least one of these slides. So
Could very
if
well
let
be.
me share my screen.
Hey, while you're doing that,
Yeah.
do you guys know, like, will they just lower our levy, or are we to get a check? Do you guys know how that's to be handled
All
yet?
right. So I am super confused. I remember we talked about how there was a meeting Monday night and I couldn't make it and Liz couldn't make it either. So what I ended up doing, I was at the town hall today paying my taxes and then I popped in, I was talking to various people and Roberta had it up and said, here's the recording. And we kind of went through the beginning bit where they were talking about the levy and
Uh-huh.
the offset. And it just wasn't clear to me from that recording, unless I just missed it. My specific question, and I've asked this before, and I emailed Colin again today, asking it again. What number will appear on the referendum? Because the offset is that's fine. We know we can plan for that. We know we don't need to tax, you know, as much. But I think personally that their full cost levy, the 4.2 million and change, that's what should be on the ballot. Because otherwise you're kind of hiding it. You're kind of masking it with this. It would look like a reduction, and it's
Right,
not.
right.
Um, so I asked that. I don't see a response as yet. I mean, I didn't. I don't think I got that email off until 4 in the afternoon. So I'm not gonna be calling up about that. But I just didn't get from that meeting clarity.
Hmm.
I know what the number is. The number is clear.
Yeah, but I
But
was just wondering, like, are
how
they
are they
just,
going to handle it exactly is still, to my mind, a little fuzzy.
yeah, okay. All right.
Uh, okay, folks, let's go through this thing. This is just a, process slide. Same thing here. Um, second Tuesday in May. Did we verify that date? Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I
because the
called
second
Ram.
the second Tuesday is the 12th, isn't it?
You're right. You know what? I fixed it on one. It's supposed to be the first.
So it's the first. Yeah.
Okay. So am I editing
You
my
edit your
version?
you edit yours. I have this up. I think I pulled this up from the email. I
Okay.
saved yours to my drive, but you edit
Yep.
to first.
Thank you. Yep.
No
First,
problem.
first
So now the
Tuesday.
first thing that comes to mind is this. So this number looks right to me. I can't remember if this might be right. I knew it was about 3%. I thought it was a little different than that, but bear with me. This number I believe is the correct number based on the levy chart. I emailed you that levy chart, right?
Yep.
So that's the
Yep.
number from there.
What- You know what? I don't know if I re-looked at this particular slide. I looked at the other slides. So hold on.
It's 11 that I got a real issue with, but this one, I just want to make sure it's right. I think that is the right number, and I think we just want to have that number firmly in our heads because
Okay,
A, what we
so
just
hold
talked
on.
about,
So
um,
what that number is the total expenditures for RAM?
the
Yeah.
total,
It,
Andover levy, which is two components, right? You've got the you've got the ops, and then you got to add the 63,250 for a capital. You got to add them together.
Oh, that might be where I went wrong.
Because I
Total
think this is
expenditure.
the number added together. I remember it being 4.25 something. So I
That's
think
what
that
I
number is
have.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, so that is correct.
So, but if we
So,
go to 11, and I'll come back to the other slides, but I just want to go straight to the issue that I saw this here. That's not the right number, I don't think, and that's why it's producing this odd
oh,
change.
yep. Okay, so the proposed,
Also, and this one too,
yeah,
this
that
is off
offset
too.
doesn't look
This
right
is
either.
399 something, and this
Yeah,
should be 42 blah 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 blah.
okay, so it should be 4, 2,
58,
what's the
hang on.
correct?
4258178.
yeah.
It should be 4, 2, 5, 8, 1, 7, 8.
Yep.
And 00, is it 00 or are we doing pennies or no?
I believe it's 00.
0, 0. Yeah, we said no pennies.
Okay, and then
And then, you
the,
know, this number here is wrong too now because what you did, I think you subtracted the offset from the wrong number.
255 or 289, whatever it is.
Yeah. So if memory serves, what these numbers should end up as, this should end up as plus like 3%, and this should end up like minus 3% instead of plus 0.75 and minus 5.5.
I think you're probably right.
Because that's what we had. And then I think you went through it again and you got mixed up a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I went
The
through
other
it
number
again
should be, yeah, 3999302.
so which number?
The one
The,
below it, just
Yeah, the
below it there.
one taking away the 258. Yeah, that should
Yeah.
be,
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are
it should
both
be
off
39.
and they're throwing off the percentage.
yeah.
Can you say that number again? 399.
Sure,
Oops.
3999302.
3999302.
302.
Correct.
Okay, and then
So Rob, why don't you put that other number above it, the right number in
Yeah.
there?
I'm going to.
Oh,
Um, I just, you know, this isn't the real working draft since we're having. I was having since Liz had it. I was gonna have her keep
Yep.
keep ownership for now. Her
Yep.
edits are going to be the ones that matter.
so there's no
Um,
math in the chart there. You
There's
have
no
to have
math in the
like,
chart. This is a
No.
copy paste from a spreadsheet.
Oh,
You got to
okay.
fix it on the Excel and then paste it back in.
I got you.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
then the increases would math out
So
depending on the math.
these are just off. I mean, they
Yeah,
have to be recalculated.
2.97.
And then down here, these will probably recalculate as well.
Oh, so you're just gonna put
So-
them in the Excel sheet and then recopy that and put it in here?
Yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
I got
copy
you.
it back over.
I
Yep.
got you.
Yeah, because I don't think in PowerPoint you can make it do Excel
I don't
things.
think you can do it. Yeah.
No.
So what are those numbers? Like +3 and -3?
Yeah, roughly. I had it
Yeah,
earlier.
2.97
Yeah, this one's like, yeah.
and then minus
2.97.
3.29.
I know we went over and over and over that. I can't believe that I got that wrong.
I did
I
something
was
like this
looking-
earlier too. It's like when you have multiple drafts,
Yes, that's the problem. Okay, so 4,258,178 and then 3. Oh, I've got it right on here. I think I copied the wrong one. So the proposed without offset turns out to be 2.26. Is that right?
No, it shouldn't
No.
be. It should be 2.97.
Okay. What do you have for the 25-26 RAM levy number? So go
Four,
up.
see, 4135,532 is what I have
For
20.
what?
4135,532.
I think
That's
the
really
problem.
close, but
Yeah.
4135
532.
532. If that's the case, then that's going to recalculate. Damn it. Okay.
Yep.
So then this might
Four-
recalculate. This might recalculate. All the
4-1.
formulas.
4153 or
4135?
4135?
I have 4135,532.
Yeah.
That's what's in the
Okay.
budget book.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry.
So that makes it a 2.97%
Correct.
increase and then a negative 3.29.
That sounds right.
Okay, that's correct. And the total increase
So, and
I mean,
all the
that's
formulas
math.
should hopefully, once you put the right numbers in, right? All the formulas
Yep.
are in there in the Excel chart, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So does that do anything down here, Liz?
Uh, let me see. Does it do anything?
Because if we change this, this, and this, does it
Oh,
change these and therefore these?
you know what? I think when we talked about it, we decided to not use that second line, but I can put it in
Yeah,
there.
I thought we decided. Oops, sorry. I thought we
Yes,
decided. Forget this.
yeah,
This here is a nonsense line
yes,
because it's the
it's
offset.
nonsense.
It's a one-shot deal.
Correct. Yep. So the increase since 2021 equals 969. I'm sorry, negative 969,633 equals. Let me just make
Now, when you
sure
say
my
21 and I said 21, what I meant, I think, was
since the
2020
beginning.
to 2021. All right. I just wanted to make sure
Exactly.
because it gets
Yep.
confusing.
So it's D. Let me just make sure I'm doing this.
It's this versus
Yep, I want to make
this.
sure. Yep. I want to make
It's
sure that
definitely a
my
decrease. It's just a question of whether it's that. I think this is right, but
D29 minus total increase, so equals D29 minus, yeah, I think that's wrong. Okay, so the difference from the current proposed budget and the 2020-2021 number
mhm.
is negative 969,633. And that's negative 18.55%.
Yeah. So that's what it'll look like once we've got this fixed. The only other one that needs to be looked at, Liz, is this here because we changed this number. So this
Wait, hang
number
on
here
one
should
second.
recalculate. Assuming, of course, I
Okay.
have the right numbers in here. And remember, I went through Hebron's budgets and pulled these, so I hope they're I think they're right, but I hope they're
Wait,
right.
hold on. I wasn't looking at what you were
Oh, okay, sorry. The
pointing out.
change
Yeah.
percentage year to
All right. Can
year.
you just, I just want to copy and paste this over right now so that as we move on
Okay.
to the next slide. So this is, right, okay. So slide 11.
That 0.33 can't be right because the number's going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like zero.
Yeah, it's essentially it's going to be like a
Yeah.
negative point. It's like I thought it was this or something like that.
I just did it quick and I got 0.0035.
So you can call it zero.
Yeah.
So what is 0.035?
That
The
change,
year over year change number
Right.
from 24-25 to 25-26 here in this column. You see what I'm highlighting?
It's not like truly zero, but it's pretty close to.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
close
that's
to
what I
zero.
said.
It's a
It's
rounding error. I mean, it's
0.0035.
you get
Yeah.
two
It's like-
zeros. Point
Oh, the 25-26.
zero,
Let me see
that's-
what,
it's like that.
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
let me see.
Yeah.
Actually, mine comes out to 0.35%.
So Lisa, what number? Sorry, Lisa, what number do you have for 24-25 actual levy?
2425. Hold on. 2425. RAM 4150106.
Yep, that's what we got.
Yep.
Okay, and 4-1-3-5-5-3-2.
Let me double check here. 4135532.
Basically
Yeah.
a zero.
Yeah.
Can you put
a- what?
tilde in front
I
of the
just-
zero? To say like
just
approximate.
Yeah,
realized-
yeah, right. Like,
Yeah. There
Yeah,
you go.
like that.
That's good.
I realize what the problem is. I don't have the calculation in there. It was just a hard number. So
Oh.
that, then it still goes to 0.35%.
I have 0.0035.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
it might be off. There might be a decimal place issue here.
I think that
well,
tilde zero
if I-
is.
if I-
works.
What was
If
that,
I
Nick?
do,
Yeah, it seems like it's so small though. I think like the tilde zero works because if we put
Yeah.
zero, people are going to question why. But
Right.
we're saying with the tilde, it's like approximately zero.
Yeah.
That's how I.
It is point. Lisa's number's right. So there's a formula error in there, Liz.
Um,
If it's
so
producing
the
0.35,
formula, okay, so my formula is 2025 dash
This one.
26
minus
minus
this
2425
divided by this.
divided by 24, and I get 0.35%.
Yeah, 0.35%.
%.
0.35% is the change percentage.
Oh, wait, not okay. Okay. I think that's actually probably
Yeah,
right. Hmm.
yeah,
That's
Right?
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's right.
'cause that's the same as
Okay.
0,
Okay.
yeah,
Fun
Yep.
with decimal places. Got it. Percentage. Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
Okay.
yep.
The other thing I did,
And
Liz, is I
then
just stuck dollar signs up here. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but they
you
weren't in
stuck
there.
dollar signs where?
On in front of all these RAM levy numbers, just in the past, the past numbers they didn't have, so I just had them. That it doesn't
And
really.
I don't know what the heck happened. It's what I'm looking at has dollar. I don't know what happened, guys. I'm sorry.
It,
It's
if you're
okay.
working,
Hey, I've definitely sent out things where I thought I'd fixed something and then like you caught it and
yeah.
try, just let's tighten it up. It's fine. It's no big deal. Um, so I'm gonna.
So I'm
Are we
fixing.
good with this slide for now? Like for you're gonna fix it,
Yep, I'm
based
fixing it
on what
right
we just
now, and
discussed.
yep,
And then
And
what I
yep,
think we
fixed
could
it.
do is if you could fix it while we're talking and email it around again, I'll pull up that one and then we can see it.
Oh,
But I was gonna
okay.
go
You
back
want?
while you're doing that. Um, the budget snapshot, I think this is all correct. That's the other issue. This thing here. So, okay. Did you see the email I forwarded you from Jody about their
Yes,
spreadsheet error and
I
the $2,000
did. I
discrepancy?
did, and I went back and forth and back and forth. Should we fix it? Should we not fix it? Um, the difference makes that's really up to you whether we should
I mean,
actually fix them based on the
I'd
way.
like to fix it since we're fixing stuff and get it right, and then we're all on the same page, and then we don't have. I don't want to have an argument over 2 grand or whatever it was.
Right. What do we
Um,
fix it to? Do we fix it what their budget actually adds up to, or what has been reported?
what was actually passed by the town as their budget?
Um,
What is the issue? It
Oh,
doesn't add.
not this. It's not this number. This is the number they're requesting. Sorry. Let me go to
yeah, it goes to the previous year.
yes. It's this one that we're showing a slight difference between this what the school had as their number and what Liz had calculated as their number based on a school spreadsheet. But I know that I think the budget number, the actual budget that was passed, is slightly different than that number right there. And it's $2,000. I think it's 4,565 something or other instead of
Um,
4,563. And I just think like they're
all right, so
sorting out
here's
where they went wrong, but
yeah. So actually the 2024, 2025, and the 2025, 2026 numbers
hmm
um don't add up correctly in the budget that we received from them, in the PDF that we received from them.
right. So just for
So
everybody
the
else's
20
edification, Liz took that and took that PDF and dumped it into an Excel chart and did the sum formula. And they
Yep.
didn't
So
didn't match the totals by
right. The
like teeny
difference,
amounts.
right. So the dollar difference, um, okay, so when you add up all the columns, let me just say it this way. When you add up the 2025, 2026 adopted budget, when you actually do the math through an Excel spreadsheet, it adds up to 4,563,659.60.
Which is the number you have on this slide.
Yep. But in the PDF, but in the PDF budget that we received, the bottom line totaled in their total was 4,565,669 and 60 cents. So that's a difference of $2,010.
Mm-hmm. Now the
And if you go to
question
the
I'm trying to remember now is what did we have in the budget document last year that was
you
actually
know what?
passed?
I looked at that. Did I save it? Did I
My
keep it up
figure is
there?
4,565,532, and that's what's in QuickBooks. That's all I'm telling you is that's what was put in for a budget into QuickBooks.
532 even?
That's
Well,
all
we
I'm
should always-
saying is 0, 0. Yeah.
You should always go 0, 0, round it up to this.
Yep.
Well, okay, whatever. So
So
I'd be tempted to use that number, even though I like you're not wrong about the addition, but
mhm.
I think it's confusing, and I think it's such a small difference, but I don't
Wait a
want to be
minute.
like,
My amount is a little. I was reading the last digits from below. It's close to that. It's hold on. 4,565,462.
this.
Yep.
I'm getting confused.
4,565,462.
Is
Yeah,
that what we
that's
passed?
what I have in QuickBooks. Yeah.
Is that what we passed?
We'd have to go on to
Hang on, I'm going to
the-
do that right now. I'm just not going to share my screen while I do it.
Yep. And so to make things even more confusing, the same problem happened in the 24-25 adopted. That number also added up incorrectly. So that amount is off by $1,600.
All right, so budget going to referendum in 25 is the last document on the town website. Oh, and it just gave me an error. It won't open the file. Okay.
Oh, I was just in it earlier. Did you scroll down?
Hang on, it's
to
opening
the
this
right?
time. I just had to back up and try again.
Right, but did you notice that there's a whole bunch of different dates of budgets on that
Yeah,
20? Okay.
I
Just wanna make sure we hit
did. There's a whole
the
list
right
of them,
one.
and what I picked was the latest date. The
Okay.
one that went to
Even though
referendum
it's-
on the 27th of May, which
Yes.
I believe was
okay.
the one that passed. The number
Yep.
that's in here is 4,565,460.90.
Yeah, and mine rounded to 462. So that's what I have too.
So that was for the 25-26.
That's what we actually passed. Now the 24-25, it's in here as, the past year number is 4,348,058,
What?
which must be an actual.
You
That
know,
must be
that's
an
what
actual.
they have.
Yes.
You know
no,
what?
because no, that's what
No.
they had. That was, I think, their budget. Because my actual for 24-25 is only 4,046,948.
All right, hang on a minute here.
Yeah, so the number that you just read,
Yep.
Rob, the
Yeah,
3,000,034,
The
that is the one.
4,348, it's the exact number that's in your chart.
Yeah, that's exactly what they
good.
have. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, I used their number and I probably
Okay.
should have gone back and used their number as well for 25-26. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I prefer
It's a
so there's just
conundrum.
no discrepancy between things, but it's not shoot. It's again, either way, it's such a small change, but I would go with this number, which is what was in there. I understand that Lisa's off by $1.40. But this is what was in there that I think we actually passed. I don't know quite what happened with the $200 here, or
Yep.
rather not $200, 1,800.
2000, whatever. Okay.
So I would put this
And that's
here.
in slide number what?
This is in
9.
slide 9. And that will change the percentage increase and it'll propagate down. Hopefully all the formulas are in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, they are. Um,
It should
Okay, so,
might
all right,
change the
so
cumulative
to
number.
review. Okay, so we're keeping the 24-25 number, and then for the 25-26, it's gonna be 4,565,460.
565. Yeah, and
462.
60
Well,
cents.
Yeah.
But
Four
I mean,
sixty-one it should be, because it's 0.90, so I'll round it.
uh,
So
uh,
it'll be four,
six,
five, 565, 461,
okay,
because theirs ends in 90
sure,
cents, so
sure,
I would think rolling it up to one.
sure.
Okay, so that is good. Um, yeah, that's good. That
And so
it is
this
perfect.
should
Aye.
um that should be 5%. That's exactly right. It should be 5%. Because that's what we did. Remember? So
Right?
okay, and then the question is whether the cumulative numbers are right.
So I get a cumulative 16.99%. Is that? Oh, okay, 16.99%. That would make sense. And then
Yep,
26
16.99. So
proposed,
17.
17%. Yep.
Yep.
And then D
I bet you it's 10.91.
minus.
Is that cumulative number still correct?
I
Yeah,
just
that's
double
what
checked it on I just double checked the math. Yes.
It's good. Okay.
Yep. So it's 1091, right?
Yep.
10.91.
And that'll
Yep.
match them, and then it's not confusing.
Yep.
Um,
And then, yep, then
this
everything else
number
stays the same.
I haven't verified the last number yet either.
So D, okay, increase if passed equals D12 minus D3 divided by G, 29.76.
Yep. Correct. All right. I just want to
Woohoo.
quickly check one thing then.
Rolling.
So back on slide 4, the percent change number 499,991. Is that right? 499,991. The change and the percentage were, and this here too. We got to, no, this is right. So it's just these two numbers we need to verify now because you had 9.6 in here. And we just altered it so it's 9.1. And I just want to make sure this number is therefore correct.
Okay. Mm.
Are we good?
I don't know, you verifying the RAM number and all that stuff.
No, I'm going back to slide 4.
Yep.
The AES BOE, the end of our BOE, because we changed to 10.91%, right? Because we just altered the numbers down there instead of 10.96, because you had 10.96 here. I typed in 10.91, but I just want to double check this raw dollar figure, the 499,990,140 is accurate. That's the
Oh, I
change
see.
last year, this
Okay,
year.
so, oh, good point. Okay. I should really be doing this upstairs in the office so I can use multiple screens.
Monitors.
This is,
Monitors.
yeah. Okay, so we went from AES, where is it?
5063651.
Okay, so AES. Right, so the proposed is now 10.91.
See, I get 498, 190.
6.3, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
6.51. Um,
Can you go back to that other screen that shows last year for 1 second? Thank you. Okay. 498, 190. Is that what you got?
That's what I got.
That's what I got too.
I'm sorry, I've got to do this math over. I don't know what happened to income RAM AES. All right.
Then I think this chart should be fine. This is town operating capital. I think all these numbers are fine. That seems right. Got the right levy number in. We fixed this slide already. So if it's helpful, I just saved this with all my changes so we could always compare. RAM total budget history. This is their big time. This is their big boy budget. This is the full budget. Okay.
Can I ask a
Revenue
question?
snapshot. Yeah.
On that, can you go back a slide? We're talking about the sources. So state and federal, all right, never mind. I was gonna say state and federal grants. Does that like include the road money that we get from the state? It just,
I don't think that our revenue number has ever included Town Aid Road.
yeah, that's what I was saying, but you could also mention it there or put it there or something. I don't know.
If people ask about road spending, I'll mention like, look, what you see in our capital budget, when we add 385, that's not the sum total of um what road work we do. The problem is I don't know I don't recall off the top of my head how much we get in Town Aid Road a year.
Hmm.
It's a little opaque to me.
Okay.
So it's a little hard for me to talk about it intelligently. Obviously, if I could be provided that number, then I'd be happy to talk about it. But for some reason, we've never had it in the
It
budget.
should be in there, and it's funny that we don't know that number. It's like,
Yeah, I think that's something I want to work on. I want to
It's one
work
of
on
those
that.
special funds that I haven't been able to reconcile yet. So I hate to give a number that is incorrect.
Yeah.
I got you.
It is recorded here much differently than I have ever recorded it. So I'm not confident giving that number either because I don't understand what they did, why they did it. So
Mhm.
I don't want to give out a false number. We just got in 123,000, but did we get another one last fall, which would be 246,000? I don't know. I haven't had time to go back and look. So
Yeah, I don't know how many installments we get.
right. And if they're the same, even if they're different amounts or two of the same amount, I can't tell from what's been recorded. So I have to go in and do some research.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. I just haven't
No
gotten
worries.
there. I can't get there.
Better not
All
to
right.
bring
So
that
the
back if
last
you don't know
slides here,
the
guys, are, between Liz and I, we kind of worked out like explaining to people what this means to them. This is a snapshot of, okay, this is our mill rate calculation, like taken from that chart that we use. But then, an explanation of, okay, the grand list for motor vehicles. Therefore, this is how much you can raise for motor vehicles total. This then leaves how much we have to raise from other taxation, and we have this as our
Real estate,
grand list
personal
for real
property.
estate. And then, so then we did a real estate assessment value. If your house is valued this, here's what you paid last year. Here's what you would go ahead and pay this year if we pass this budget, and here's your difference. Um, and then with the auto assessment, oh, this is the other thing. Do you remember this looks weird because it's 7,600. Why these are nice round numbers and why is this year? Yeah, that's my car. I was verifying and making sure it's right. So and as Liz helpfully said, that's Rob's beater. So we can take that off, I think.
I took the name off though. I didn't say
You did.
I
You
took
took
the
Rob's
word beater
beater
off.
off, but I just think it looks weird.
I can
Unless
take
we
it. We
want
can
to.
take it out.
Yeah, I
We can
mean,
take
it was just for me. It was me trying to verify. How do I
Yeah.
delete a row in this? Can I delete
Yeah,
a
but
row?
it doesn't matter because I'm going to do it on the master here anyway.
Yeah.
You
she'll do it
right
in the
click.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just
spreadsheet.
saving my own version just so I have it. But you will have the master.
I
But
don't
I
know,
would take
maybe
that out because it was
maybe leave
weird.
it in there. People might have cars that are less than $10,000.
Right. If we were going to leave it in there, I'd
I mean,
I'd
Make it a
change
zero.
it. I'd
Zero
change it to
five,
make
yeah.
it. Because this is just weird. Why 76?
Yeah,
Okay, maybe
7,500's nice.
make it a $5,500 car.
I don't know. I don't know who's got that, but yeah, sure. I don't care. It's just this one sticks out because it's a weird number in comparison to these. And it was just me saying, all right, am I doing this right? Does this check out? And I looked up my taxes. Yep, that's what I pay. Da da da. That's what I owe this year. So it was
You know what?
just, it was a
I'll
gut
change that to
check.
55. I'll change it to 5,500.
I mean, I would say either do 5,000 or 7,500. You know what I mean? Because it's nice. Like we have 10, we have 20, we have 30. I don't know who's got a
Okay, maybe.
$5,000 assessment on their car, but if you did,
Okay. All right, so 7,500.
yeah, let's do
Gotcha.
7,500.
Okay. All right.
And so it'll be slightly different. It'll be, 230 something, blah blah blah. As you can see, the differences here are paltry. It's the meat, of course, is in your house. And then that's it. That's just
Looks good.
Okay.
so we'll fix
So
this.
if we go back to the budget snapshot,
Sure. Hang
that
on.
that dollar number does change because the difference changes to
Shoot.
where is it?
I had 498, 190.
498, 190.
Is
Yep.
that right? Is that what you get?
Yep. Yep.
All right. I think I think we've sorted it out. The budget breakdown, this chart shouldn't be altered by any of what we just did because this is this year only and using this year's requests. So this should all be fine.
Okay.
We don't have the totals there, but we have them on like every other slide, so whatever. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is good to go. Now with those alterations, um, you know, the only other thing I was considering this line here, maintenance is not a driver. If you're just maintaining, that's not driving an increase. That was the thing. I kind of said I might,
Well,
pull that.
so here's what's my thought about that. My thought about that is we know that we know the COVID funding is going away, and
Mhm.
they and probably every other school in Connecticut have counted on that money for special education needs and probably other things. So that's
Mhm.
my interpretation of what that means. Maintenance of special education costs, despite the fact that the funding is going away.
Yeah, you still have the obligation whether or not you get help with it. Okay. So I'm happy to leave it too. I was just like, maintenance.
You
Okay.
could
I think
put a note
the
there.
word maintenance is what was messing with my head. That's cool. This year, I'm just putting
Yeah.
it for my own notification. This is my understanding of the specific grants that were lost. One is lost. I think the 45,000 for the psychologist is flat out lost. It just expires at the end of June. And then this, my understanding is there was a reduction. I don't know the order of magnitude of that, as I didn't have time to get that information, and I suspect it's not as much, but I don't know off the top of my head. I think our other numbers add up nicely. Did we have a town? Hang on. RAM budget levy. We didn't really have a driver, page for the town budget, did we? That's okay.
Um,
We can talk
we
about
I
it
was
did.
gonna ask that.
because
know what?
it's mostly salary increases.
Yeah,
really.
except for there's a $44,000 increase because of the 21% insurance, and it's
That
mentioned
too.
in
It's the
there.
insurance. It is. It absolutely is. It's the
Yeah.
insurance and it's raises.
You probably do
Raises,
have a,
raises, benefits, and the healthcare insurance increase that AS is dealing with as well.
Right.
you probably should put a slide in there. I
Raises,
mean,
benefits.
if you show the school, you should probably show the
Yeah.
town too. Right.
Yeah,
Town
I could have
basically
sworn. Yeah, I could have
town
sworn we had a
operating.
slide.
I did too. There was one the other day, wasn't there?
Yeah,
I
we
think
should
there
we should
was.
get that back.
I'll find
so
it, or I'll
but
just-
those would be my three bullets. My three bullets would be salary increases, salary and benefits, salary slash benefits, or salary increases, benefit costs, and then you could either do it as a separate line or a parenthetical with benefits saying 21% healthcare increase, same as with AAS,
Right.
affects town too, or something like that.
Yep.
Those are the drivers, as far as I can tell. I don't think there's much else in there that's worth a bullet point. We made some little tweaks here or there to this, that, the other. Liz,
This is
speaking of
Louise.
little tweaks. Oh yeah, hi Louise.
Yeah. I still think we should put the superintendent's salary in there as a driver, because it's not a 3% increase, it's 11% increase. And yes, it is contract, but does the public know? I mean, they're gonna figure, okay, contract is 3%. And they're gonna figure, okay, she's getting 3% too. So I really think, we're doing a what's the word?
Disservice.
A disservice
Disservice
to
is
the
the word you want,
public for
yes.
to the public for not just putting that bullet on there.
And my disagreement with that is just the order of magnitude. It's $10,000. There are multiple things in the town budget that we're not singling out a particular employee and saying they're getting 10 grand. I mean,
But this is not,
it's been
this is an employee,
discussed.
but it's a superintendent. And
Uh-huh.
that's different than like, when we went back and forth with Lisa type of situation. That's different because, well, I already wrote everything on that. I just feel pretty strong about having it on there because you're blindfolding the public.
I don't believe we're blindfolding them at all. It's in the BOE budget. It's been discussed repeatedly. It came back to it at repeated meetings. I mean, and I think it's been all around town, but I really don't think it's being hidden. It's just, to me, it just doesn't make the cut. Everything else on this list is more money than that. So that's why I did it the way I did it. That's my take. Oh,
And
by
the
the way, we got to fix
presentation?
this one right here. 10.91 on this here. On this slide. This is slide 8.
Oh, BOE.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we fixed that.
Can you still hear
So
me?
that's
Yeah,
my
okay.
take. I understand your take, Louise. I
Okay.
mean, we've kind of gone back and forth on it.
Is it going to be in the BOE presentation where they go through all the different things that we
not gonna have
as
a
a board of
presentation there.
finance
I don't
saw?
think they're going to be able to have a presentation. I was just texting back and forth with Caitlin tonight. She wanted to do a presentation, but nothing got put on the town website. She had contacted, I guess she had been talking to Jeff McGuire and thought something was going to be sent out about it to do a 6:30 start time so they could do a thing. And none of that
Mhm.
ever happened. And now we're 24 hours out. So I think they're going to be there and they can answer questions from the public, but I don't think there's no setup for them to do a presentation. And I
So
don't
the
think we
public
can
isn't
change
gonna
it at this
see-
late
Yeah, the
date.
public's not going to see the line by line of the BOE then.
Well, they wanted to print their budget out for handouts. That's the other thing they were asking about today. And I want
Mhm.
to try to
They
make
do.
sure that happens at town hall tomorrow. that we print out a bunch of those.
Does anyone else on the board feel the same as I do, or is it just me?
Well, Kim was with you. She's not here tonight, but she,
I'm
I know
I'm
she
with
voiced
you.
her agreement.
I'm,
Yeah, I'm with you as well.
Yeah.
I think there's other issues that I have surrounding the way that all happened.
I-
Whether or
Heather,
not
how do you feel, Heather?
I was gonna say,
This is
I don't agree only because someone else on the town is getting the same dollar amount budget, and we like that and we agree with that, so we're not calling it out. But this one, some of us don't like, or we don't like, so we are calling it out, and that doesn't seem fair.
Well, based on what the other person did, it's way under what she should be getting in the first
I
place.
agree. I
It's
agree,
totally
but
We
different
all agree
situation.
she's
Yeah, but so
deserving.
is-
You see, this is the thing.
So
Like,
Val's is way
I
under
have
what she
questioned
should be
whether we
getting.
threw enough money into that.
Yeah.
But
right, I agree. I just
Yeah.
feel like we can't be calling out one
Right.
and not the
can
other.
I just
whether
suggest,
we agree or not.
before we come back to this issue, just before I forget about it, just apologies, my brain's ping-ponging. Liz, when we add a slide for the bullet points for the budget drivers for the town budget, I would
Doing it
put
right
it
now.
between 6 and 7, or
Between
between
6 and
7 and 8.
Oh, okay,
think-
between 7 and
Actually, yeah, between 6 and 7 or 7 and 8, because I'm trying to find the best spot to say, okay, where's the town budget driver? Because we do, if you look at where the AES Board of Education budget,
yep.
it's there.
Yep, so
Actually, we could put it, where's our Andover? We could put it between 5 and 6, because when we have town operating capital below it, we have the numbers below it. So it could be between 5 and 6.
right, so it'll be the new slide number
The idea
6. So it'll
being
be-
like it's the same format of we explain the budget drivers for this, here's the numbers. Then we explain the budget drivers for AES, here's the numbers. So it's consistent,
Yep, so it'll go right after budget breakdown with the chart.
right?
with the
But
pie
right after
chart.
the pie chart. That would be, I think that's the place to put it.
Salary
And
increases.
Ron, I see you got your hand up. Give me a moment here. Let me just get through this bit, and I'll call on you.
I think
So-
we're not in public speak right now.
Yeah, I know
so-
we're not. So I think there's public speak at the end.
Ron's
So
got to
I'll
hold
get
on.
to you.
So I just wanted to say that to Louise, I totally agree that the other person should be getting maybe possibly more than what they're getting. So I don't disagree with that.
Right.
And I'll just add to that, but a lot of people make the case that Val is underpaid too. She's the lowest paid
Right.
superintendent in the school in the state. I mean,
Right.
by a
That's
lot
why
of
I'm
so
saying,
people.
yeah, we can't call out one and not the other because we agree
Right.
with one and not the other or whatever.
Right. So I just
That's part
Is
of
that-
that's sort of my take and as well, but I wasn't my main driver. My main explanation for why I did it the way I did it is just that it doesn't make the cut in terms of raw,
Yeah.
raw dollar value. So, I mean, the fifth grade teacher, what's that? 50, 60 grand in salary probably plus benefits. The psychologist, it's 45 really. We have the 90,000 for the psychologist, but it's really, it's the loss of the $45,000 grant. All of these are multiples of 10,000. So that's why I did what I did. I think that's the right call. And I don't want to set up, I really don't want a situation where we call out a particular, yes, she's the superintendent, but a particular person. And then what is it? We're going to go through, we're going to pick at every individual salary increase on the town side too, to, get into a shit for
do they deserve it? Do they not
I don't
deserve
really
it?
want to
Whatever.
do that. So that's why I did it the way I did it. That's my take. I'll let you guys finish what you guys want to discuss, and then hopefully we can.
We haven't heard from Nick. Yeah.
I was just wondering, is that even kind of our spot to comment? It seems like we elected the BOE to essentially make decisions on that behalf.
It's their call to put it in their budget. That we could highlight. This is our informational slide. So no, it's not that we can't put something on there. I just don't think it's. I just don't want to do it for the reasons already given. But I think there's nothing preventing us from they're the ones who made the call in their meeting to hand out that raise and put that in their budget. That's their take. But it's the same thing for any part of their budget that they've approved. It doesn't mean that it can't be listed in a bullet point. That's not how I would think of it.
You said they are handing out their budget line by line so people can.
I
see.
want to get that as a handout, and let me just double check
Good
something.
idea.
Because I thought I was getting
Yeah, it
text.
should
Hang
be
on.
passed out. Usually there's copies at the front of the room.
It
of
should be.
their
Yeah,
Yeah.
hang
budget and
on.
ours.
I was
that's good.
talking to Caitlin, and here it is. Caitlin was texting me tonight, asking if we have copies of the school budget printed for people for reference. For months we've been saying we'd have a Q&A, da, da, da. So tomorrow, one of the things I need to make sure we do is print out an appropriate number of the school budget document, so that we can hand it out as a handout. I need to get down to town hall and get that done.
So would that be a line by line?
I
Or
would
would
hope
that be like
so.
a summary?
I'd have to look at what they sent us again. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, it'd probably be the PDF that they sent us, I'm guessing.
It's on their website, right? Because that's where I got the figures from, was on their website.
They had also sent us something. Hang on a minute. I just got to find. There's been a lot of emails.
We used to have the school print them for us and then bring them to the meeting. I hate to have you do the work and town hall do the work when it's their budget and they want to present
Well,
it.
I thought they always said that they printed it at the town. Now I'm
I would
confused as
think
to who
so.
printed what. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you weren't here last year. I don't recall.
Right.
I don't recall because I didn't run it.
No, I'm just saying where I worked before, they always provided.
where
It was a-
where you worked before. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
a
know.
beautiful budget. It was color and it was, bound together and all this stuff with all these explanations, but we just do black and white. So, but the school always provided it so that we didn't have to print
Here
it.
it is. Jody Ann sent us the chart on the 7th yesterday. So let me save this to my drive.
Can you share that, Rob?
One moment.
Okay.
I just wanted to get it saved and then okay. Sorry. This thing is too many things. And people see
Yes.
Mhm.
hang on.
Oh,
All right. I'm just looking for. This looks pretty line by line. Just looking for superintendent. Hang on.
Well, I'll let you
So my pro-
control F.
So my
It's a
problem with this
PDF.
is it
You
should
can
be
something.
populated fully. The last column should be fully populated so that it's
This year?
transparent to the voters.
Mm.
This year they just did the subtotals.
Yes. And
So
Yeah,
it
I mean,
doesn't
if I had done this chart, I would have done it that way. You're right.
so it doesn't
Which is
reflect
why I-
11%.
What?
It just,
Right,
it doesn't reflect 11% for the superintendent.
right.
It just,
Well, hang on a
it's
minute.
kind of buried into the calculation of all of them.
Hmm.
So the
Right, if we could ask them-
3% is going to bring down a lot, the 11%.
3%. What do you mean?
Well,
And all
no,
the
it's
other
right here.
3%ers. You found it?
It's
Yeah.
here,
Right.
and it's 5,000. Oh, I think what it was is didn't they give her? It was multiple years. It's a multi-year contract, I think.
Yes.
So this year it's 5,000.
I think that's supposed to be.
It was 10.
But I
yeah.
thought it was
I
for some
thought-
reason I thought she was at 90 and was going up
Oh,
from
yeah.
there.
100. Yeah.
I don't know if that's next year.
That's what I thought too.
Wait a minute.
I thought everything they sent over showed 90 to 100.
Yes, is that an older one you're looking at?
This is literally she emailed this yesterday.
It
Jody Ann
says-
emailed this yesterday.
6/11,
that's not right.
But
2025.
it's
That's
showing
not right.
2025, 2026. It's not the 2027.
It's supposed to be 26, 27. That's
It's
the wrong budget.
one.
26 recommended. Oh, okay.
Yep.
This is last year's?
Yeah, it's the
All right,
wrong
hold
It's
on.
Says-
supposed to be 26, 27 because
Let
it
me
is
find-
100,000. Yep.
Oh yeah,
if they-
okay. I see what happened here. This was an email that I pulled from looking at when we were trying to find out that $2,000 discrepancy that Liz
Oh,
and I
yeah,
were
yeah.
talking about earlier.
Yep.
That's what happened. My fault, guys. All
Can
right.
I just
let
make
me-
a comment on that? Only
On what?
because, well, what I find is you were worried about the percentages. What I find is like if someone has a very small budget of $800, even $100 change looks like they're getting, a 10%. It's best if you could put the difference, the decrease or increase, and then the percentage. Because something that might say 7% of last year for one row might only be $25.
Right.
And it might be 7% for another row of $2,500. So by not putting that increase and decrease in there, it's kind of not really showing what they're going up and down.
Mhm.
It's just giving you a percentage. It depends on the size of that row
Yep.
to what that percentage is
That's a
going to
good
be.
point, Lisa.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard because people look at, oh my gosh, that's 10%. Well, it might only be $10 because your
Right.
total bill was $100.
But
So
we
if you just put a percentage, it kind of doesn't tell people where the real money is. Like in ours, I picked up right away and said, oh, 44,000 went up, 21% went up 44,000. But you can't do that in this budget. You don't know how much that percentage is because there's no dollars for an increase,
pulled
decrease.
their
amount.
budget. I pulled the budget from their website, so we can see this year's. Just give me a moment.
Yeah. I agree with Lisa, though. That's a great way for people to get hung up in
Yeah,
the
and it
weeds of
might be to
things.
their benefit even at some points because, people are saying, oh, it went up 10%. Well, like I said, that money, if you have $100 line item, that's only $10. So
Well,
you
that's-
really can't complain about a 10% increase if it's only $10.
This is the
Well,
wrong
that's like what
number.
Liz was saying. That whole last column should be filled in.
Right. But well,
Dollars
yes
and
and no.
percentages.
What Lisa's saying, Heather, is that
There
you can
it
see a
is.
big percentage that only represents a few dollars.
Right.
Right.
It should be the dollars and the percentages should be in
And
there.
yeah,
Yeah,
should be
that's
two
what
columns.
she's
difference
saying.
in dollars
That's
and the
what she's
percentage.
saying.
Yeah.
Can you maybe, Rob, ask them if
I found
they're
it.
gonna they should print out their budget and could they have two columns at the end, one with the dollar difference and this percentage difference populated throughout the document?
I can ask. I mean, this is the wrong one. Hang on, I had it up.
Well, if they probably haven't printed them yet.
I literally had it up. Hang on. Nope.
Oh, I see. Oh, it only has percentage. Yeah, they should have a row for dollars for sure.
You should have a
There
row for
it is.
dollars and percentages.
There
Yep.
it is. Here it is.
If they
This
want
is-
help, I can just forward the
this year,
the
right
Excel
here.
spreadsheet I sent.
Yeah, that
Willing to help that. I'm willing to help.
We're willing to help.
I could sit on a call with someone in 2 seconds and we could go through this.
It would be so fast and
That's
easy in Excel. It'd be
So is that
I've
last
already done
column?
it. I've already
Is
done
that
it.
last
I've got
column
it
the
in
dollar
Excel.
change? Yes.
Yes,
so
they've
they-
dollar
subtotaled.
change.
They've
Oh, but it
subtotaled.
wasn't in last year's
This
budget.
is this year.
Okay.
This year has the subtotals, but again, it's only subtotals.
it's only in
not,
the
not
totals.
subtotals,
Yeah.
right.
not propagating
Yeah.
through. It's not throughout the whole thing. It's just the subtotals. But there it is.
If they could
There's-
just populate that all the way, that would be really helpful.
That would be helpful.
the-
And an Excel
to the
spreadsheet would
taxpayer.
take minutes to do that, to Nick's point, right?
Oh,
It-
sure.
Right.
You get the
In Excel,
formula
that would
right, and
take-
you drag it down. Yep.
It's just, yeah.
I already did it. I got it right here.
You got it?
Even
did.
quicker
I
if you
did it.
steal Liz's formula.
I
Liz, send
uploaded it.
Send
I
it to
uploaded
Caitlin, then
it
she'll have it.
because
I just don't know if there's time for
problem.
Jody Ann to do that tomorrow and then for us to print it. But I agree with you guys. It's a nice to have the both the percentage and the raw dollar value in every field.
Yeah.
I think that
well,
is a
there's no-
nicer way.
it doesn't take any time to do it.
It takes
I
a
mean,
second.
I mean, for them to print it, even if they printed it from their admin system, it's probably a snap. Otherwise, I mean, I could share this Excel spreadsheet and it would be done. It's just they have to copy it anyway.
I am in the
Right.
spreadsheet now, though, too, and I see they did reflect the salary correctly.
Yeah, it's in there, right? It just
Yeah.
I had to get the right budget. That was
Yeah.
my
Wrong year.
mistake.
I was racing.
All right, I have this saved now. So
Well,
I can
I updated the drivers too. I found the what you call it, the slide from the original And this,
Oh, for the end of
um,
the town side?
yeah. And the drivers that we had were increased legal retainer fees due to anticipated easement projects,
Oh, right.
contractual slash standard salary increases, additional funding for for potential new admin assistant for town administrator, additional funding for assistant to community and senior center director, increased funding for community and senior center programs, and decreased capital 2.92%.
Oh, that's right. So those are much smaller drivers, on the town side. I mean, I don't know if there are really bigger ones to add than that, but those, yeah, okay. Some of those
Add
are
the
pretty,
insurance one to that.
yeah, we got
Because
to
the
add the
insurance,
insurance in.
yeah, the insurance isn't in there.
Healthcare cost increase,
Mhm.
plus 21%. Um, all right. So how do you want me to, okay. So number one, I could ask, the Board of Ed / Jody / Val for a version of this chart with, with all the fields filled in, instead of just the subtotals, and then work on getting them printed out. I was kicking around how many printouts we might want to have available for the meeting. I was asking people down at town hall today, how many do we normally do? Somebody threw out a number of 30, and I thought that was low.
That's way too
That
low.
sounds
People
low.
share, people could share like if they're couples, but that still seems low to me. I think we
I was
want
like 100 would be needed, no?
I would think at least 100, right?
Yeah.
That's what we used to
geez.
do with 100. And I
100.
had a
100 would
town, we
seem
had a
reasonable
town of
to me.
4,000.
Yeah, better to have too many than too little.
And even at 100, I think that's probably not going to be enough. I mean, we should tell each family only to take one, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. We want people to share.
Yeah.
I mean, people usually do. I
But
mean,
that's why we had the school do their own printing too, and then the town didn't have to do 200. So,
Okay.
Well, that's true. They
So,
should do their
100.
own.
They should do their own.
Yeah.
Just a question. I don't know what they've got for printers, but I'll ask them. I'm sure I know they have printers. I don't know why in the past. I know that in the past, or at least I think that in the past, that it's basically all the stuff for the town budget meeting was printed out of town hall. But I'll ask about that. So my takeaways from this is to talk to them about this chart, see if we can get a little more details in there, propagated throughout it. It's just pull up your Excel and, fill in the fields, which, as we've discussed, is a 5-minute issue. And then re-PDF it, I guess, and get it printed out. There's 5 pages. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think they've got a different number in here. This is the discussion we had. But
Yeah.
so
Do you,
I'll
do you want
talk.
me to send that to you? Would they even entertain that possibility or?
Sure. I mean, if you want to send it to me, I can at least dangle that as an option. Like, hey, we did it ourselves. Liz did it, and we think it's
Don't
right.
use my name. Don't use my name.
This your work,
No.
Rob? Well, I had some help with it. Did it. Uh, anyway, no, really, I'll offer it. So I'll try to work on that. I'm also going to try to get one of the documents I was thinking of printing out as a handout is Lisa and I worked on it a little bit yesterday. The summer, what I would call our sort of taxation summary spreadsheet, the one that used to be a tab on our budget spreadsheet, the one with the mill rate calculation and the to be raised by taxation calculations. That's a 1-pager, right? It struck me as a good snapshot handout. So I was thinking about printing out a bunch of those.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. I just zoned out.
The Excel chart that it's entitled like mill rate calculation or something like that, but it has
Oh, yes.
the taxation. It's a 1-page document.
Oh,
It's got
yep.
what we're raising by taxation and stuff about
Yep.
the mill rate. It's a little confusing because, of course, that page has a combined mill rate, but we can talk about that. We explain it in depth in our presentation. I was thinking as a handout that might be useful because it's a snapshot.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I would
I
agree.
have I have a physical copy of it, and I have a copy of it. Lisa's got a copy of it, and so if I'm in there at town hall tomorrow getting things printed out, that could be one of them.
Kate already did it.
Okay, already
It's
did
already
it.
on, yeah, it's at the end of the packet, and I think it's posted at the end of the packet too. End
Okay,
of the budget book, because you said you wanted it yesterday, so we went with it.
okay,
Bless
Yep.
her. God
great,
bless her. We need to
great.
bring her flowers. She's
I sent her a
amazing.
big check today, but
Of course, this morning, Rob, I called her at 8:15. I said, "Don't print it yet. I have to look at that last page," because I thought I put in the page that I printed for me with my other calculations. And I said, "Nope, go ahead, Kate. Go ahead."
go ahead, go ahead. Okay, so we've got that. Um, and then Liz, we had talked about the informational kind of where to look up certain things, slides. What are we doing with that?
Yep, I sent that to you separately as handouts, how to find where how to find their assessment.
Yeah,
Like those, did you want to pass those out or
I think
is that
those are nice to have. Where? All right, hang on a minute. Latest and greatest. No, that's not that. Was it an earlier email than the
it was in one of the recent ones. I mean, I can send it again if you need me to.
Hang on, I'm just checking. I'm just looking at my emails. I'm looking for an attachment. That's all.
Yep.
Because there's been a fair bit of chatter. I'm sorry, I don't see a separate.
Okay, I can resend them.
Okay, did you send them? If you type in my name, you might have gotten my personal email. Maybe that could happen
Um,
sometimes.
Yeah,
That was the sheet that had like the town on it and you showed where to look it up. That I saw that. It was in
Yeah,
something you sent.
I don't know why I'm not finding it. That's weird. Why? What?
I'll just send it again.
Yeah, thanks. Send it again. I'm gonna make notes here to print out. Okay.
File.
One.
Um,
Budget. F.
um,
So there were two, right? One for assessment, one for taxes.
Yep, I found it.
Right.
Yep.
Great. Great.
Okay, so there's that. Um,
So I can forward them to Kate. I mean, so she has them, and I can also go over. I'll have my laptop with me. I'll go to town hall, and between the two of us, we'll make sure that those get done because those are useful.
So I have a question in regards to the hearing. If someone were to make a motion to reduce a budget, are we going to vote or not vote on it?
The motions at the town budget. I mean, we vote. We don't vote like the whole.
I thought that, yeah, I thought last year because of the charter, I thought
No,
it was the
what
thing.
the charter is that at the end of the town budget meeting, it's going to referendum. But
Yeah, that I know.
if a
Yeah.
motion were to pass at town meeting, my understanding is that would take effect, and then it
Right.
goes to referendum that way.
Absolutely. Anybody can make a motion. It'll
So-
be seconded, discussed, and voted on
The
at
di-
that meeting.
The difference between
Because-
the process that started last year, the charter change, it used to be town meeting could just reject it and send it back. Now it's going to go on to referendum one way or the other, but with the caveat that if a motion to cut something passes, that goes in.
It passes.
Okay.
If somebody
And they
comes
can
up
only
and says,
Go down, right? You can't
No.
go up.
can't
You
go
can
up,
down.
can't
And
go up.
we're going to address that to the public, right?
We always say that. In fact,
Okay.
hang on a
Is
minute.
that in the slide presentation?
I don't remember if it's in the slide, but Wally always says it when he's made
Wally
moderator.
will say it.
I'll I'll probably mention at the end,
Yeah, I would.
it's a charter thing. It's a charter thing.
Okay.
You can make a motion to cut something. This is not a place where you can make a motion to increase something. It's just straight from the charter.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Rob, did we want to talk about that BAA situation?
That's right. We wanted to talk about that again. We wanted to circle back on that $300 we cut from the.
The $320?
If we do this, we change all our numbers again.
No, we don't. No, we do not. Nope. We can take $320 from something else.
Wasn't it 300 even?
It's
I thought it
320,
was 300
I believe. I think it's
Hang on.
320. Pretty sure.
I'm
Pretty
gonna
sure it was
I'm just gonna
320.
pull up my chart. But
Pull it up.
that's the mill rate, that's the RAM offset, board budget prelim 24, I think is the last 324 is the last one I had. So they had asked for 300 or 320, whatever it is, to be able to look up, it's like a VIN lookup, right? For people's auto evaluation assessments.
Mhm.
Yes.
And we got talked into cutting that. But Liz, remind me, we were talking about it and the two of us kind of were like, wait a minute, is that the right answer? So we wanted to raise it again.
We kind of felt like they need this to be able to do their job. And it costs them money if they want to look it up and they only have like a limited number. And I think the town's opinion is that if a person disagrees with their valuation of their car, they need to come and show the proof. And so basically, the BAA is just going to say, okay, well, they can't prove them wrong because they can't get access to the system to do it. So their opinion would be, though, they'll just have to pass it along. And I don't know, $320 seems pretty pittancy to me. And I think we should allow them to have the $320 and we take $320 out of either the rec commission or the garden. The rec commission budget is up kind of pretty high this year.
I'm sorry, Liz, the
Thinking
what?
about that.
The rec
The what
commission.
budget?
The rec commission, either the
Oh,
rec commission
Rec commission.
Recreation.
or the garden. And just wonder what you guys thought about that.
I kind of agree that they should have the proper tools. And it was explained to us that supposedly the burden's on the person, right? The homeowner or the auto owner is how it was explained to us. But a board that's doing a
They can't
review
verify.
should have the proper tools to do the
To be able
job.
to do it.
And for $320, to your point, Liz, it's $320. Not going to move the, and we could take it easily from another budget, like you said. So
I almost want to write him a check and just say, here, go get what you need. But I mean,
I think it's
$320.
384,
oh,
if I remember right.
I-
I thought the amount was 384.
$384.
Not sure.
Sorry. All right. I'm looking back at the older spreadsheets. I'll see if I can find where we actually.
and instead of changing all the numbers, I would agree, Liz. Let's just take it from one budget and move it to another if we're going to do that. I guess we have to have a motion to do that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to. This is gonna. If we want to do this, we'll have to move, and we'll have to move to take it from here to there, and so forth. Just give me a moment, guys. I'm trying to find. I'm backing up into early March to find the
Yeah.
chart where I saved our cut. You are correct. 380.
Ah, I would have bet money on 320.
And I thought 300. So guess what? 380 is the number that they had requested.
Wasn't there another
And we
issue
remember
though?
we did cut the garden slightly for their request.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Wasn't there another issue
It wasn't a
that
huge cut, but we did do a little bit of a cut there already.
guys?
Yeah.
Wasn't there also an issue though raised that the assessor has that software and the Board of Assessment Appeals should be able to use it or something like that?
And he will not let them. He will not let them.
them.
Nope, he will not let them.
It's crazy. That's just,
I know. It's ridiculous.
it's like
I
children.
I don't really know what's going on there.
You
but-
cannot, it's one of those positions that you can't even fight, so it's not even worth it.
Well, like again, for $380, is it worth the fight? I guess, but
I mean, it's really it's really, can we have $380 so we can, when somebody comes into town hall, we can help them out and show them the information. And, my general approach to things would be, sure, here, let me look that up for you. That's just how I would approach it if it were me. So I would do it. My only question is to make this balance out, like where, honestly, if we had more time, I might even say just stick 380 back in. It's such a small number.
Just pull from somewhere
No.
else.
We
No,
want to find
nope, nope,
concurrent
nope.
cuts so we
No.
don't have to redo all our math.
Just
Make it a
pull
net
from somewhere
zero.
else.
So
Make,
net
I
zero.
would,
All right.
I would take it out of community garden, because I believe the seeds was like in the 300 something, and they were given seeds, donated seeds. So I would take it out of that.
why doesn't somebody make a
But-
motion, a
But-
complete
Wait,
motion?
wait, I thought the seeds, I agree with Louise, but then I thought they didn't take it out of their budget, or that they
No.
already did. I'm sorry, that they
They
already
were-
did.
They were donated. The seeds were all
Right,
donated.
right, but I thought they already
So-
took that number out of their budget, but they didn't.
No,
I don't
I
think
saw
so.
$300 in their
No.
budget for that.
I
Okay.
know.
See
So that's a
$300
good
in there.
spot to take
So
it
the
from.
garden, they had requested originally 3785, and we cut that down to 3560, which was last year's number. Just FYI. Now there's another increase in the budget for programs, it says.
Programs for the
Um,
rec committee.
Rec commission.
Yeah.
That's rec commission, sorry.
Yep.
Registration, they had an answer for this. There was a concert and a registration was $1,400 and 900 for registration for something acronym, I don't know, and additional concert $500. So, if at this point, like we had gotten the community garden to a zero increase. If we cut them additionally, then we would be actually cutting their budget. Just to be clear, so everybody understands what we're doing.
I just have a question on, so when
Sure.
they present their budget, like any of the departments, and then we went through it, when did they find out what we that we agreed with their budget or we don't, or like, do they already think we?
Well, they could be on any of these calls, Heather, or they'll find out
When the
tomorrow night.
budget passes.
Tomorrow? Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I was just wondering.
nothing's official until the budget passes anyway.
Right.
Okay.
I'd rather
Um,
cut from the garden than the rec, because I think the rec department actually accommodates more of the public than the garden.
That's true.
I'm just thinking if there's any way we could distribute this, but okay. I mean, if you want to do a 1-for-1, I mean, I'm not gonna.
I mean, the rec
You don't want to spend it.
commission's is up $1,400. That's, I mean, it seems like a
Yeah,
big
there were
increase.
2 items there. It was a $500 and a $900 justification for that. Yeah,
For the concert. something.
concert was $500, and then registration for, again, there's an acronym that I don't recall. I'm sorry, I don't
I know
remember.
WICSC. I don't remember what that is.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that too.
Mm-hmm. There it is. WICSC. So I don't want to mess with that because that sounds like it's backed up. And I know we talked about it. I just, yeah. So, all right. Rather than, I mean, it's $380 and we're spending a fair bit of time here. So do we want to somebody want to make a motion and we'll figure it out? And if I feel bad about it later, I'll donate something to community garden.
There you go. I'll make a motion to cut the community garden by $380 and to fund the BAA line for the software they need.
I'll second it.
And let me just so everybody understands, it's a cut to 603,870 rec commission. Oh, sorry, 603,890 community garden, proposed by Liz, seconded by Bill, with transferring that 380, decreasing that line by $380, and then taking it up to. Let me find it, so we have it for the
Yes.
notes.
It's
Line.
line
There it is. It's line
4155.
It's 155 dash question mark because it doesn't exist.
So now do you want us to
Look up-
reprint those 50 budgets that we already printed because of this change?
Oh,
Oh
no,
God.
Oh, no.
no.
Well, we didn't think there were gonna be any changes tonight, and if people have already come into town hall and asked for a copy of the budget because they want to print it.
All right, you know
Can't do
what
it.
then?
You
We're gonna
know,
leave it
we just tell them at the beginning of the at the meeting that there was a slight change. So if you've already printed, you've already have a copy of the budget, make this change.
Could do
Can we
that.
just do that?
We could. Part of me is like,
If we could figure out what 2 pages we might have to change and insert them, we could do that. But again, that's just, I don't know.
Maybe
it's a real pain.
Yeah.
maybe makes more sense that we just, to Liz's point, just tell people that change
And
this
we'll have
to
to
this number, change this line item to this number.
make another note on it's already on the website. It's on the town website too, I believe. So we'd have to change that one too.
Uh,
So
okay.
you said wait a second, you said 50 of them are already printed.
Yes.
So what if I come in tomorrow and just make hand change notes on those 50? I don't mind
Oh my
doing that. I
gosh,
can
you
do
don't
it.
want to do that,
You
Liz?
get a cramp.
It's 50 pages, 2 numbers, 2 little numbers.
I'm
I
kidding.
can help you.
I'm kidding.
I mean, so that we don't have to reprint them is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
Up
want
to
to
you
waste
guys.
that
I'm not
kind of
there
money.
tomorrow, so
What
I'll be
Lisa?
at the meeting, but I'm not there at the town hall. So if you want to talk to, I'm not sure. Kate, I don't know.
Right. Or we simply make a little announcement um or print off a notice for the front of those pages and say, please note this change to these 2 lines.
Hmm.
Could type that up.
Yep.
And then just attach that to those that are already printed.
Like an addendum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that works, I think,
addendum.
right?
I like that word.
Addendum, sure. Good word, Louise.
Thank you.
All right. The motion on the floor is to reduce 603-890 Community Garden by $380 and to increase line 115 question mark because it doesn't exist right now by $380 for DMV lookup access for the BAA. Liz motioned, Bill seconded. We've discussed. Does anybody have anything further on this motion or should we vote? If there's nothing further, I'll take a vote. Bill,
Yay.
Liz,
Yes.
Heather,
Yay.
Nick,
Yes.
and I too. Oh, Louise,
Yes.
and I'll vote yes as well. That's 6-0.
All in favor? Yeah.
I'll give my mea culpas next time I see the community garden folks. Okay, so that's done, and we'll one way or another sort it out tomorrow, so that people aren't confused. I think that was the only change that we contemplated tonight, Liz, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
When we met.
So it's 4155 dash, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
4155 dash.
For what? The
BA.
community garden, Liz, or for what?
No,
what are you looking
no,
for?
for the
Oh,
Board of
BAA.
Assessment Appeals.
Oh, the
Board of Assessment
assessment.
Appeals.
Okay, that's way down the bottom. I can get it for you.
I
So
have
the
it here. It's
115-336 it would be.
Sorry, 4155 is the overall
Yep.
thing, and then underneath that it's 155 dash. Well,
335 for training, so it would have to be determined because
336.
we don't have it yet.
right.
Can we just make it, TBD? It's gonna be
Yes.
TBD, not,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
how it
gonna
was.
have to search for it.
That was how it was in the budget document when we first got it.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. So Liz, you'll send around once you've completed your edits, you'll send around the presentation again,
Yep,
the final.
Yep.
Awesome. And yeah, do resend me those informational slides because I don't know why in the world I can't find them in my email. I apologize, but I just can't find them. I will try and talk to AAS folks tonight, tomorrow regarding adding a little more information to their budget as we discussed and getting those printed. Um, do we have anything further, or can we move on to public speak? I can finally let Ron talk.
I said we move
His,
on to public speak.
his arm must be killing him.
Right?
It's AI arm.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do that then. Sorry, Ron, for all that waiting.
No, not a problem, not a problem. Great job with this. The only thing I was going to agree with was what Louise was saying too, but I can see now from what you're showing on the BOE, it does show her salary in there. Everything should be transparent so people can make their own decisions when they're there.
Yeah.
Please get them to fill out the two lines because I also agree, Louise, that the price, the percentage versus the amount of money can be a big difference sometimes.
Right.
Okay. So that way people have a full layout of it. And I think great job taking it from the garden people and giving what they need to have people justify their car tax. But that was my only thing is it should be posted, even if the other person, even if you had to put the person that's underpaid in the town budget and say this is an increase and this is why, and then had Valerie's on there. But since Valerie's salary is written out in there and what it is, people can actually see it in theirs. Just so everything is just transparent to everybody in town. That's important that people understand. That's all. Great job. Great job and hard work, everybody. Thank you for doing that.
Ron.
You're welcome. So yeah, I'll work on getting the raw dollar value and the percentage values, throughout that chart instead of just subtotaled. I'll ask them if we can get ahead and do that. And Liz, if you have your own chart where you've done it already, you want to email that to me, I'll take it and and say, we actually already did it if you want ours.
Yep, I will get that
Okay.
to you.
Joanne is in the audience
Yeah,
too.
Joanne
Rob.
is.
Oh, Joanne, I'm sorry. When did you join? I didn't see you. Hi, public speak.
Hello. I joined like 5 minutes in. I think I was logging into the wrong meeting and just sitting in there. Just a couple quick things, guys, because this year's highly unusual there's never usually a budget workshop meeting so close to the town meeting. We've usually, it definitely was needed, but I think that's kind of to give courtesy to the town office staff and like you're going to be requesting that the Board of Ed make copies and everything, just to be cognizant of asking everybody to make the copies. Another thing, we didn't get a town mailer this year, and I'm thinking that goes along. So that's highly disappointing. I didn't want to bring it up because I'm thinking about it because I know, but
Yeah.
it just goes along with everything I've been saying with all the new people and maybe different positions. I don't know who took care of that, like if that's a town clerk thing that we make sure, because I remember them saying, ooh, we have to finalize this because we need 5 days for the mailer and all those kind of things were running through my head, but I don't want to bring up everything in public speak,
Yeah.
and I figured that was happening. So I don't think anybody got a mailer this time, but I heard that it was advertised in the paper, so the town meeting can be legitimate.
Yeah.
And then just a quick thing that I was going to bring up. Uh, Sorry, let me just look at my note real quick. Oh, I hope it sounds like some of the copies are already made, but you guys did do a few, since you were talking about salary items in general, in some of the lines, you kept extra things in that probably weren't contractual. I had sent one email, so I hope when you have time, you get to put notes in those things just so that you all remember. Like when you're giving someone a salary, but I had thought in the admin
Some of
assistant
those
lines.
changes were contractual, some of those were not contractual, and some of them were just consolidation of positions and in lines. We consolidated the stipend into a line.
Sure. Right. You kept it in. So it might just be helpful to know you're not married to that one line, but you did keep the stipend in. It could be the same person that's hired as the admin assistant and just gets additional money. So you could have done something with that stipend, but you kept it in. So
Yeah.
since there's
Yeah.
more money in that line, maybe just put a little note there. And
Okay.
yeah. One last thing. You did I remember when I did an assessment appeal thing, it was on the homeowner, wasn't in this town. You had to kind of get all the info. You had to go down to the town hall. You had to find the stuff. So great that they get what they need for their job. But I'm just saying they could probably do the same thing that I did and look through the town records if they had to verify things. That's
Real
all.
estate, the real estate, well, the assessment is pretty opaque, I think, for a car. The real estate assessment, you can log in divisional appraisal. That's one of the
Yeah.
slides that Liz and I talked about making. And I think the other thing with it, challenging, I've never done it, but if you challenge your house assessment, I think you have to have your independent appraisal done. You have to pay for that out of your pocket. So it's a whole
I think
different
you have to come in with a few, you have to bring in examples, you have to print
comps.
other examples where you compare your house to
I
theirs
think from talking,
and
assessors, I think-
try to fight your own like little battle of trying to, again,
yeah,
wasn't in this
you're
town,
trying
but
to lower your taxes, which raises everybody else's, honestly.
yeah.
So, look, yeah, if that's, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm good. I just wanted to mention
Thanks.
those couple things.
Thanks, Joanne.
Good luck with everything. Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Okay. Very good. So, if there's nothing further, I mean, I'm gonna try, just FYI, guys, I'm gonna try to get in there in the school gym, early. I don't know how early, but well beforehand. Make sure that between my laptop and Liz, when you get there, your laptop, which is definitely in better condition, to do the presentation, have it all set up to our satisfaction. So I'll probably try to be there, well ahead of time. And I'll probably be running around the afternoon, town hall, etc. So if anybody wants to, thinks of something, wants to text me, whatever. The issue with the flyer, with not getting a mailer, it's fun, something funny. It's one of the things that Caitlin was texting me about earlier tonight. Like, we didn't get a mailer. What's going on this year? So yeah, we're a little discombobulated. It's the reality.
I think
Um,
that's the lack of an Eric.
Exactly.
It wasn't you,
Yeah.
Rob. Don't take it on the Board of
I'm
Finance.
not. I'm not
It's
saying
the
there's
town
no.
hall,
I'm
people that have
saying
been
that
there have to think about it.
it's what we were just talking about. There's
Yeah,
just
I just didn't want you guys to take on more. You've done a great job. You can't remember everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying. So okay, if we're good and everybody's kind of, I've got some to dos. Liz has some to dos. Um, but I think we're good. I mean, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to
I'll make a
adjourn.
motion. You both do.
Bill moves. Louise, you seconding?
I'll second.
All right. Very good. I'm gonna go reverse order. Louise.
Yes, but first, Liz, if you need help at the town hall tomorrow, if you're gonna do anything, let me know.
Okay, thanks.
I'll be
Yeah,
around.
I will. I'm taking a half day in the afternoon. I have to go to work in the morning, so I'll be there probably early afternoon, mid-afternoon.
Okay.
Nick, motion to adjourn.
Yeah, sorry, mute was stuck. Yes.
Okay.
Like-
Heather.
Yes.
Liz. Liz.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought. Bill.
Yes.
And I'm a yes. Very good. We adjourn at 8:34. That's like a record for us this year.
Mhm.
Uh, and I'm stopping the recording.